Hey guys, this is Nick the Fish Guy, coming back at you with another episode here. Second episode of my channel. If you've subscribed or have watched my first one, thank you very much. Get ready because a lot more updates to come. But last time I left off, I talked about the rock, and I talked about my 90-gallon setup and kind of like what I'm going to do. So here is the 90-gallon. It's a marine land tank with the black silicone on the sides. Really nice setup, or really nice tank, I should say. I really like this tank. I really like the black silicone on it. Let's get a little bit closer. The black silicone just kind of makes it look more finished, and I don't really know how to describe it. It matches everything better, especially if you're a person that likes black stands, like obviously I do. I like black canopies, black stands, everything. But it just kind of ties the whole thing together, from top to bottom. But I really like the tank that I got. I think I got it for like $240. It wasn't cheap, but it was worth the money because it's very beautiful, very beautiful tank. So as you can tell, my tank is somewhat barren. It's barren right now. Not much going on except the fish. The fish are beautiful right now. Sad to say, I will be getting rid of the two angelfish that are in this tank, which is a bicolored lemon peel on the left, yep, he's swimming by himself on the left. And then also a Pacific pygmy angel. Getting rid of those two, getting rid of the two green chromuses that are in there, and probably going to get rid of my two clownfish. I don't know, that depends. I'll tell you real quick why I'm getting rid of these fish. Is because over here is all the stuff that I have to put into that tank, including all the fish in this tank. Now, I do have two clownfish in here, and if you guys can give me some advice, anybody, I'll take it, because I always see these tanks online with all these clownfish in it, or 4 or 6 clownfish in it. And they do fine together. And I was wondering if I'd be able to have 4 clownfish in a tank, or would I not? These two are Ocellaris clowns, and then the other two in the other tank there's one Percula clown and one Miss Bar Ocellaris. So they're not the really aggressive clowns. So I was thinking I might be able to do that. So. If I do that, I'll probably end up having about 15 fish in the tank, which sounds like a lot for a 90-gallon, but you'll see the way I'm setting up the filtration, I'll be able to keep all this. And I mean, I'm going to be doing water changes and all that, but I'm going to be able to keep all this. I'm going to have enough bioload to support it. So, but any advice anybody can give me about the clownfish thing, that'd be great. So that way I would know what to do with those. Because these clownfish over here are great and all, and I don't want to get rid of them because they're awesome fish. But I have this anemone over here that they will not take up. They will not host it. And my other clownfish in my other tank, they host torch corals, frog spawns, anemones, anything that I put in that tank they host. So I really don't want to get rid of these guys because they're awesome, but I really don't want to get rid of the other guys because they actually host the anemone that I have. And yeah, so that's the kind of the dilemma that I'm in. Oh, that's Chocolate Tang. He's a very beautiful fish. I love him a lot. But I mean, I love all my fish, and I hate to get rid of 6 of them. I mean, I hate to get rid of as many as I'm getting rid of already, but I have to narrow it down to about 15 in order for it just not to be too small for that 90 gallon. I mean, 15 fish seems like a lot, but I'll show you how I'm going to make it work. I mean, I feed my fish 3 times a day, so I mean, they're not going to pick on anything. So getting on with that, these are all the corals. Well, most of the corals from the 90 gallon. I saved a ton of them, but the reason why I'm combining these 2 tanks, it's more cost effective to have one tank. That means I don't have to run 2 sets of lights, 2 sets of pumps, all this, 2 sets of heaters, all that other electricity that I just don't need to be running right now. Definitely don't have the money to do it right now. So, but that's basically all the corals. I'll do some close-ups in a different video of all the corals that I have, but right now there's a tank. There's all my corals and all the rest of the fish. But getting back over to this system, let's start with the stand. The stand is a custom build. It's probably really hard for you guys to see it. I need to get more light in here. There you go. The stand is all custom built. It's very, very spacious underneath, as you can tell. Ton of room. I have a yeah. I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh, I have a Reef octopus skimmer that's rated up for up to, I think, 160 gallon aquarium. So plenty of skimming for this tank right now. And I mean, the sump is an Aquarium, I think, or no, eShops. eShops sump refugium. I'm not going to be doing a refugium on the new tank. And the reason why is, well, the reason why, I'll show you the reason why in a second, but I'm not going to be running this as a refugium. I'm actually going to be putting another 160, or another Reef octopus skimmer that's on the 75 right now, where the refugium is right now, in that chamber. So I'll have two protein skimmers, both rated for 160 gallons, which means I'll have more than enough filtration down there to keep me good and to handle all that bioload that I'm going to have with all the fish and everything like that. So there's that protein skimmer. The stand, like I said, is all self-made. It really turned out well. That right there is my UV sterilizer on that wall right there. It's a 9-watt. I always like to run UV sterilizers on my tanks because, well, I mean, you buy this $100 fish and then it gets ick because it's really sensitive, and then it ends up dying. So I'd rather just spend the however much it costs for a UV sterilizer. I mean, I got lucky with that one, and it was used and didn't have a bulb, so it was like 10 bucks. Or no, actually it was free. And then I got the bulb for 25 bucks. So I got like a $150 UV sterilizer for 25 bucks, which was pretty awesome. So, but I mean, I always like to buy UV sterilizers just because I've had tanks for 4 or 5 years now that have always had UV sterilizers on them, and it doesn't mess with anything. It doesn't mess with anything biological in your tank. As you can see by the other tank, that's had a UV sterilizer on it for 4 years. All those corals are beautiful. They're fully expanded. They're growing like crazy. So I personally don't think UV sterilizers have any negative effects, only positive on your reef aquarium. So I would highly recommend you always have one, just for the fish's health. Because, I mean, you never want to spend $100 on a fish and then have it die a week later and you can't get your money back, that just sucks. That's the worst feeling ever. So always get a UV sterilizer. That's my advice. So there's kind of the bottom right now. Let me show you the canopy, which is also custom built. It's 16 inches tall, and here it is. As you'll notice up here, I have two Ecotech Radions. Very nice lights, very expensive lights, but totally worth it. I really love these. I'll do a review on them later. But that's my lighting. My pumps on the side are Vortec MP40s. I have one on each side. I'll probably keep them on the sides when I reset it up. I was thinking about putting them on the back, but I'll probably just keep them on the sides. More equipment. I also have a Reef Keeper light from Digital Aquatics. Measures my temp, my pH. I have two PC4s. I'll also be doing a review on that later. Sorry for the shakiness, you guys. I'm filming this on my iPhone, so it's not going to be the best of quality, but soon enough I'll get a better camera, or I'll get more memory for my camera that I have now. But my camera that I have now, I can only shoot like 7 minutes of video, which is never enough. So, but I also have a Reef Keeper light on this system with an auto top off set up to it. There's my auto top off bucket. It's 5 gallons, no big deal. I'll be doing a review on all this equipment though in time to come. But there's a tank. There it is. If you've watched my first episode, you know what happened. You know why I'm doing this rebuild. You know why it looks like this and not a beautiful reef like my 75 gallon. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch my first video. Kind of shows my live rock curing and kind of my setup downstairs. But that's the tank. We're gonna go to the other room. Let me shut all these doors real quick. We're gonna go over to the other room in here, and I'm gonna show you some other stuff that's going in the aquarium. Bear with me here. Alright. Here is my live sand. I've got Ocean Direct Caribbean live sand. This is the type of sand that I always use. I never use anything else just because this is straight from... well, I'm not even really going to get into this because Bulk Reef Supply has a video on it on their aquarium setup guide. So just go watch that if you want to learn all about this Ocean Direct Caribbean live sand. Great stuff. I have 160 pounds of it, so more than enough to get me a 5-inch deep sand bed. That's what I'm going for, is 5 inches. So that's also gonna help with the biological filtration in order for me to keep 15 fish in my tank. But that's that. Let's turn around here, and right now you're looking at a Bulk Reef Supply GFO and carbon reactor. I will be running this on the 90 gallon system. I always run carbon and GFO just to get that nice polished look in the water and make sure my phosphates are low. But I don't run too much. You never want to run too much because you always want some phosphates in the tank, because the corals kind of rely on that as their food source or their coloration. So you want to make sure you don't totally strip the phosphates from the tank, but you also don't want to let them get out of control, because then you'll have algae problems, and that's never good. That always kind of sucks. So I'll be doing a review on this reactor and the media with future stuff to come, future reviews. Also, I always use reef crystals, instant ocean salt. Always use that. Never had a problem with it. Used it on multiple tanks, like ones that I've set up for customers or just personal. But I really like it. Doesn't kill your wallet. It's definitely not the most expensive salt mix out there, but it does the job, and I've always used it, and I always will. So there's that. Now I'm gonna take you downstairs for the last part of this video. So let's go down here. Nice and dark down here. Bear with me, the lighting is gonna be all off. Back to the storage room down here. Alright, we're here. Now, what you're looking at here is a biopellet reactor. Kind of tough to see, I'm really sorry. These lights take a while to warm up. I'm down in the basement now, so. But here's the biopellet reactor. It's also a bulk resupply biopellet reactor. I will always have biopellets on my aquariums. I've used them for two years now and been more than happy with them. The thing about biopellets is you always want to make sure you have a good enough protein skimmer to remove the excess nutrients that this creates. You never want to run biopellets on a tank that doesn't have a protein skimmer. I'll kind of get into the whole biopellet thing more with a future video, but I just wanted to show you guys that that's kind of going to be my main biological source, is these biopellets and that deep sand bed, and mainly the biopellets. The biopellets are going to be the key to this system that I'm running, which they work great, and I'll always use them. So that's that, and kind of just, here's the rock once again. Still curing. We're down to the 1 week mark. We're one week away today. So 1 more week of curing, and then I'll start cycling it, and then I'll start setting up the tank. So getting really excited. Thanks for watching, you guys. There's my auto top off buckets and stuff like that. But thank you guys for watching. Rate my videos, comment on them. If you have any questions for me or any advice for me, I'll take it all. Subscribe, because I'm going to be doing this whole build. I'm going to be going into depth with reviews and all the stuff that I use and all my corals and stuff. So just thank you guys for watching, and future updates to come. Thanks, guys. See ya.